So a few months ago, I done a part 1 and a part 2 on a video called the top 10 side mobile games. And looking back at it, I realized how well it went. It wasn't special or anything, but as the first attempt, it wasn't bad. However, as months and weeks goes on, I realized how it wasn't a good idea for me to split the two in half. Anyway, this is the top 10 Sonic the Hedgehog mobile games completed. And just a heads up, any problems of each of these videos that were there are not fixed. There are slight changes. So without further ado, sit tight and watch the video. Sonic the Hedgehog, so cool, so fast, and best of all, one of the most popular and most iconic video game characters in history. Now when people talk about Sonic, the games that are based on him are mostly gonna be based on the handheld and the console versions. But did you know there was one type of video games that was not mentioned nowadays? Mobile games of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic games being released on mobile devices. But seriously, Sonic mobile games are something that either people love or hate or just don't talk about. Now, to be fair, I grew up with Sonic mobile games than I do with console and handheld games. Now, because I grew up with a lot of Sonic mobile games, I think it's time to do a video, a special video for those mobile games, and that is a top 10 of the Sonic mobile games. Now here are the rules here. 1. The games that I put in the list are based on the Sonic mobile games that I played. 2. I'm going to be including mobile versions of consoles or handhelds. And 3. It's determined how fun they are. So without further ado, let's begin. Oh, and if you're new to this channel, I'm Dante Sparkson. Welcome to my channel. Be sure to subscribe, click that notification bell, and let's do it. Now this is an odd one to start with. And when I mean that, I mean there's totally going to be some people who disagree with me for putting the first two games early on the list, considering how boring they are. But to be honest, I totally forgot how Sonic 4 Episode 1 can be fun at times. I don't think the mobile version is the ideal way of playing the game, honestly. But that's just my case. Another reason why I would not recommend the mobile version of Sonic 4 Episode 1 due to how dated it is. The graphics are great and the music, while not mind-blowing, is fine. Another reason why I'm not recommending this game as a whole, because the next game in the list that I think is a better experience. And that game is Sonic 4 Episode 2. Now this was my very first Sonic mobile game that I ever played as a child. And back then I actually enjoyed it. But I know there's going to be some people out there going to disagree on me on putting Episode 1 and 2 on the list. Again, like Episode 1, the mobile version of Sonic 4 Episode 2 is not the ideal way of playing this game. If you want to try out Sonic 4 Episode 1 and 2, try the PC version or other consoles other than this. Back to main topic. Sonic 4 Episode 2 is not a bad game. It's okay. Better than Episode 1 in terms of graphics and soundtrack. Again, the music is not good, but not bad either. It's okay. The physics in Sonic 4 Episode 1 was a bit off-putting, but in Episode 2 it's much better. Not as good as the classic titles, but it's fine enough. However, I start to look back at it and see how outdated it is, just like Episode 1. So don't get the mobile version. As a whole, both episodes are alright. Just don't get the mobile versions of these ones. You're better off playing your next game on the list. Also, the bosses for both episode 1 and 2, they're pathetic, minus the Metal Sonic boss and the final boss. This is by far the most underrated Sonic mobile app game that I ever played. You know, people think that the first mobile Sonic game that wasn't a mobile version of other games was Sonic Dash, which I don't blame them by thinking that. But before that, Sonic Jump happened. More accurately, Sonic Jump Pro happened. But seriously, does anyone remember this game? Because I don't hear anyone out there who talks about this game. To be honest, I actually grew up with Sonic Jump Fever, a game that released just years later after this game. But I'll get into Sonic Jump Fever soon. In terms of gameplay, you move side by tilting left and right with your phone, and it feels pretty damn responsive. You tap the screen to make Sonic do a double jump. To be honest, how the game looks, it's actually a good looking side-scrolling jumping game. And can we talk about the music? Man, the music is pretty damn catchy and relaxing. This game's soundtrack is really damn underrated. Overall, I consider Sonic Jump Pro as a nice distraction. So remember people, if you're planning to download some awesome games like Jetpack Joyride or Monster Lessons, try out Sonic Jump Pro first. And to me, I think this game has aged well. Next game. Yeah, we get it. Sonic Boom Riser Lyrics sucks. I get it. But to me, Sonic Boom as a spin-off franchise it's not terrible. And I say that because I haven't played any of the Sonic Boom games, not counting playing Riser Lyric on a demo. But I did play Sonic Boom Dash 2 on mobile, and there's not much to say of it. It's Sonic Dash with Sonic Boom character designs. It's just as fun as the first Sonic Dash game. Graphics are great, music is shockingly good, and it plays like its predecessor. But not to say in this game it's just more of the same as Sonic Dash. No. In the game, each character has their own special ability, which can range from Knuckles doing a ground slam or Styx being able to keep her combo even if she gets hit. This game has its own unique stuff to be distinct away from its predecessor. If you like Sonic Dash, you might like Sonic Dash 2. But I personally stick with the original Sonic Dash. Coming up on number 6 is Sonic Jump Fever. Now I played Sonic Jump Fever before the original Sonic Jump, so yeah, Sonic Jump Fever is better than the original. Now the game may look the same, kinda, but it has its own gimmick. See that meter on the bottom right corner? Yeah, when you fill it up, you go into a fever mode. Unlike the original Sonic Jump, you also have a time limit. To fill it up, you have to go as high as you can. And what I mean by that, you have to reach into certain areas to get checkpoints. The items in Sonic Jump Fever are much better than the original. I actually had a fun time with this one when I was a little kid, playing this one. I actually played this one a lot than other mobile games. Well, out of the ones I put so early on the list. Music wise, it's in the same level as relaxing and catchy and a bit more energetic. The music is all remixes of previous soundtrack from the original Sonic Jump, so if you like those tracks, you might be able to like these ones. Coming at number 5, we got Sonic Runners. And this is when we start kicking things up now, guys. I have some nostalgia with Sonic Runners because how awesome this game was back then. Now you may be wondering why I'm not putting this one higher on the list, because I have way better nostalgic memories with the next 4 games. You see, Sonic Runners is a 2D auto-running adventure game where you can play as multiple characters. You know Sonic Dash? Think of it as that, but in 2D. You have so much better items to use, wisps, springs, etc. You can play as multiple characters. This app was great at the time. It's a shame it got cancelled until it got revived later on, a few years. If you're curious of why I like this game, I put it so high on the list, go play it yourself. It's fun, it's fast paced, and never gets old. Oh, alright, I get it. I know people are going to disagree on me putting this game number 4 on the list. I get it why disagree me, because everyone has a lot of nostalgia with this one. But Sonic Dash, I had fun with this one. Between Sonic Runners and Sonic Dash, I had fun with Sonic Dash the most. I remember playing it way back in 2014, and I actually suck balls. I didn't know how to play it, but as I continue on playing it, I actually had fun. I start getting good at it. It's better than the second game. I couldn't say much about Sonic Boom 2, Sonic Boom, because it was just basically the first one with Sonic Boom character designs. It's easy, it's more of a pick up and play sort of game. This game, out of all of the Sonic mobile games, this one gets a lot of updates for upcoming Sonic games. No, I'm serious. You know, the latest update we got was a Sonic movie one, where you had to collect all the Sonic movie tokens to unlock a movie / Teen Sonic. If you're wondering why Sonic Dash is the most popular Sonic mobile app game ever, just go play it yourself. Coming up on number 3 on the list is a game that originally debuted in 1993. Now, if you were a Sonic fan during the year of 2012 and 2013, you may have heard of a guy named Christian Whitehead. A guy that nowadays we all know of him, the person who took part, or in other words, was part of a development on a game called Sonic Mania in 2017. But shockingly, this isn't the first time he had his hands on the blue blur. In 2012, we got a re-release of a remaster of a game called Sonic CD, a game that again debuted in 1993. You see, Sonic CD is a game that originally came out in 1993 on a Sega CD. Now, if you don't know what a Sega CD is, it's a console that miserably sold bad. And it wasn't the game's fault, it was the console. Sonic CD did not end up selling well as much as Sonic 1 and 2. And it wasn't the game's fault, it was just the console it was in. After this game, Sega would learn to release a Sonic game on the most popular console, which is obviously the Sega Genesis. Enough about that. Now, Sonic CD, why do I put it on it is because, well, you see, I like this one. This one also got a mobile port. It's also on PC, Xbox Live, PlayStation Network. About the game itself, well, I could say now the graphics look great and kind of reminds me of Sonic 1, mostly because of Sonic's sprite. The bosses are pretty it's easy, but it gets really damn hard. Next up on the list is the game that started it all, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 on the Sega Genesis. Well, in 1991 it was the Genesis version that started it all, but the version we're looking at on this list is the Christian Whitehead version. Just like Sonic CD, this is another remaster on a mobile device. This version has widescreen support, 60 FPS, and higher resolution. What makes this version stand out differently is like unlike other versions of Sonic 1 where they just port it in with no differences, there's an option that you can actually have the spin dash in Sonic 1, yes. But let me tell you now, some level design doesn't work with the spin dash, and I can see why, cause this game did not introduce the spin dash. Sonic 1 has a good balance of speed and platforming. Some zones do work well with that. The music is, well, it's music. It's iconic. What Sonic fan who doesn't know Green Hill Zone's music? And the bosses are just as memorable as they are, each of them unique. The final boss was a little pain in the ass when I first played it, but I managed to get through it. This version also has time trials, you could play as multiple characters, and again, an option to activate the spin dash or not. Overall, Sonic 1 to this day is still a great game, but only one Sonic mobile game can be on the #1 spot, and that game is... Sonic the Hedgehog 2. The Christian Whitehead version in 2013, also known as my favorite classic Sonic game. If it wasn't obvious enough, another game that was took from the ground up and given the widescreen treatment, or other words, the Christian Whitehead treatment. I put this one so #1 on the list because not only I think it's the best classic Sonic game that isn't Sonic Mania, but I think it's my favorite game in the series. It managed to take everything what made the first game worked and expand upon it with better graphics, better soundtrack, and even more replayability. Unlike the Christian Whitehead version of Sonic 1, Sonic 2 also supports 2-player gameplay, which I don't have footage of. But I'm gonna say you're not missing much in terms of the 2-player gameplay. And just like the Christian Whitehead Sonic 1, this one also has versus, achievements, and a time attack, including multiple characters to play as. I also find the special stages in Sonic 2 to be the easiest for the Christian Whitehead version, because the original, they're really hard. And let me tell you, there's nothing more satisfying than playing Super Sonic and blasting through each stages. This version also has a boss attack mode, which is basically a boss rush, which you have to face every boss without losing a life. This version also contains that one hidden zone that was scrapped in the original Sonic 2, Hidden Palace Zone, which is technically supposed to be its debut in Sonic 2, but no, it was debut in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I find the Death Egg final boss to be hard at first, but as I continue trying, it was satisfying to beat it. As I said earlier, great graphics, great music, amazing level design. Sonic 2 is my #1 favorite Sonic game of all time. Wow, at last, I'm done with this top 10. I know some people nowadays don't bother with Sonic mobile games, they're just there, but I think you should give them a shot, assuming you have no other mobile game to play. Now some of you guys are wondering when I'm going to do a top 10 Sonic games that doesn't involve mobile games but both console and handheld games. But that is for another time. So yeah, go try out some of these mobile games. You don't have to play all of them, just play at least one of them. And I gotta be honest, I had fun making this top 10. It may not be perfect, to be honest, not all top 10s are perfect, but I think it's gonna be fine for me. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys are new here, make sure you press that subscribe button. Click that notification bell in case you don't want to miss out any of my new videos. And leave your comments down below. Which is your favorite Sonic the Hedgehog mobile game? So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!